Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but anytime the other team or another team sets up in a 2-3 zone, I just get happier than anything because there's 6 trillion and one different ways on how you can beat a 2-3 zone. So let's get down into a very simple, interesting, and a strategy that everyone's going to say doesn't work, which is the screen and roll strategy on a 2-3 zone. Because it's going to really make you think. Anyways, really quickly, if you want to have an unbeatable zone defense, make sure to go check out my unbeatable zone defense book that is down in the description below. Or if you want my defensive strategies on top of that book, because I like to run that unbeatable zone in the half court, but if I want to try and press, I run my deadly defensive strategies, which is also down in the description as well. So let's get down, let's check out how one of the ways I like to beat a 2-3 zone. Okay, so first off, obviously they want to try and close the top. If you pass to the wing, the whole idea behind the 2-3 zone is player 5 needs to shift over, 3 needs to shift, 1 needs to shift. However, first, what happens is player 4 needs to shadow, and then he drops back by the time player 1 goes over to play some defense. While player 4 comes up to shadow, that is exactly when we want player 5 to set that screen. When player 5 sets that screen, player 2 is going to attack the baseline. This is going to draw player 5 over to cut off that side of the key. This is going to shift player 3 over to cover the middle of the key. And then we're going to also still probably have player 1 moving over slightly. This leaves player 5 to be wide open in the middle of the key. Player 2 can pull up for a mid-range, he could pull up for a 3, or he could draw player 5 to him, pass to player 5, blue, which then leaves for a wide open mid-range floater. Now, this is going to collapse the defense. We kick it out. Anytime you get a kick out, this could be a 3. This is going to shift the defense over. We're going to then have these guys clear out, drive, kick, swing. Very easy. Once again, everyone's going to be shifting. And now we have player 3. He'll set that screen. Player 4 will attack that middle of the paint. They're hoping player 2 comes down, but with the defense shifting because we had the ball from this side moving it to this side, usually that doesn't happen. Which means that player 3 is going to roll off. Player 4 is attacking, draws up player 5. Simple pass down, floater, layup, whatever. Generally speaking, you're going to hit a mid-range shot on this side to start. Once they start covering that, you're going to have that mid-range open 2 or 3 times. You kick it out 2 or 3 times for the 3, 2 or 3 times for the swing. And then if you get into this last screen and roll scenario, which you probably won't, then at that point, it still works. Now, this strategy does consist of a lot of passes, but also consists of fast passes and fast reactions on the screens. If you pass to the wing and allow the guy to come up, shadow, and drop back, you can't screen anymore. It ain't going to work. So this is one of those strategies that you need to be able to work extremely fast. So for younger players, maybe not, but for older players, it works extremely well. Now, if they set up in a 2-3 zone like this and they leave the middle wide open, one of my favorite things to do is to have player 2 set a screen on this side, player 4 setting a screen on that side, and now you've got the middle of the key wide open. So then you have player 1 attacking the middle, and when that happens, that draws up player 5. You will then have player 3 and 5 attack the paint, and then you have player 1 who can pass down to either one of those players, and it's going to be an easy layup. And if he doesn't come up, it's going to be a mid-range shot or a floater. I've seen Kentucky run this play. I've seen a lot of different AAU teams run this play. It's very simple. Now, one that I really like to run to is this one, where we have player 2, just as an example, he'll set a screen on this side. After player 2 sets that screen, player 1 is going to then use that screen, and he's going to be specifically attacking player 3. So player 3 might be moving up to try to persuade player 1 from driving, because nobody wants player 1 to drive. So when player 2 rolls off, he's going to go down the side of the key. Now player 1 is not looking to attack the paint, it's too clogged. He has to attack player 3, because by doing that, what's going to happen is now he is going to be able to get player 3 wide open. He may have been able to hit player 2. This could have been a layup depending on what player 5 is doing. Either way, it can be still a kick out to player 3. If we pass to player 2 and player 3 collapses and they kick it out to player 3 is going to be then, because this is going to be a collapse as well, we can make that extra pass out. There's a lot of different options. And if that didn't work, and let's say player 2 was there, we can still have player 2 come up, set that screen. We attack that gap. Player 2 rolls to the high post. We draw player 5 up. We now have, again, middle screen, layup, kick 3. Lots of different options there. So if you want a defense that's really hard to try and beat and almost pretty well unbeatable as it is, make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone defense book that is down below. And if you're looking to just pester teams and just make life hard and difficult at half court, make sure to go check out my deadly defensive strategies that are down in the description below as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video.